Oh, wow, oh, wow. Just adjusting my mic here. This is probably the earliest stream I have ever done. So, for everybody who is watching this after the fact, good morning. It is 7 a.m. here in sunny Florida, and it's not so sunny here today. It's very overcast, and the weather is bringing in a little bit of cold. And I say a little bit of cold because the rest of America is freezing. So I can't complain too terribly much. Got my energy drink. Throat's a little rough this morning. I was doing a lot of recording and I worked yesterday. So yeah, I've been talking a lot lately. So today's an exciting day. I finally hit tier 9 and it happened overnight while I was sleeping. So I was definitely not on for when that happened, but I did already pre-purchase my stuff to have my Apocalypse. And I'm looking forward to getting into that and playing around with it a little bit today. Today's live stream is going to be a little bit shorter than normal. I'm going to go ahead and pop out the chat here. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so I have the chat set up on my third monitor now, so I should be able to see everything just fine. Excellent. Oh, well, bright and early, a couple of things, doing a little bit of housekeeping. So today is, I actually have a lot to do, so that's why that live stream is so early. It's going to be running from 7 a.m. to 9:30. I do have an appointment at 10 a.m. that I need to make to, so I will be doing that later. And then later this afternoon, I'm actually going to be doing some stuff with the other content creators for the collaboration. So I've got a busy day today. It's going to be fun. I am looking forward to all of it. Okay. Oh, I am sorry about my throat. An early morning, sometimes it is a little bit rough. I do have to cough here. Bear with me. The life of a smoker. I need to quit that. Okay. So, what are we going to do first? Hold, I guess the first things first is we're going to start setting up the Apocalypse. Do I have anything on my ship now that I want? Now, my main location that I play out of is not where I'm at. So all of my main stuff is here, a couple jumps away, and Alikara. So right now I'm in Jita. I don't really like doing everything in Jita. I'm gonna have to move it all over, but I was able to purchase everything here. Early, you were the first to arrive. Well, maybe not the first. I see 3 in there now, but first to comment, that's for sure. And good morning. No, you're not early. I haven't even actually jumped into the Apocalypse yet. I was just kind of doing a little bit of a intro there for anybody who would be watching the video post-production. But yeah, I did hit tier 9 overnight. I have all my stuff for my Apocalypse, so I was just saying I apologize for my voice this morning. I've been doing a lot of recording and working, so I've been talking quite a bit. So in the mornings, my voice gets a little bit rougher because, you know, cigarettes. Start sounding like I'm 80 years old and a chain smoker because, you know, I'm close to 80 years old and a chain smoker. Good evening for some of us. Yes, it is. So, yeah, that's one of the things with the streaming. It's hard to find a good time for everyone because I know my time frame is drastically different than even a lot of the people that I actually play with. So I like doing the morning live streams because I have to get up early for work anyway. So this time frame works out pretty well for me. So what do I want to do first? Well, I want to jump into my Apocalypse. That's what I want to do. But before I do that, I want to look at my skills that I had training. Okay, so I did finish my expert laser. I'm going into the level 4 of the skills. Well, hello, Jaron. It's been quite some time. My day is just starting. I literally woke up a half an hour ago, and I went and got myself some drinks, and I'm getting started. Like I was saying, I have a lot to do today. Transition to vapes. Yeah, I probably should do that. I should just quit is what I should do, but man, that's been rough. Normally when I do my regular video recording, I try to do retakes and stuff like that for whenever I cough it, and I can't really cut that out in the live stream. So again, I do apologize about that. You guys are going to get to hear all the little nuances of me not being able to perfect a video. Well, I'm glad you're taking school seriously. It's always good to do that. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. When I was your age, I ended up having to go to night school during my senior year because, well, I didn't do everything that I needed to do. Still ended up graduating, but night school was not fun. Alright, let's do this. Let's jump into the ship. Been waiting for this for forever. I am super excited. Yeah, I brought the Oracle over here because I needed to cannibalize it. Take the lasers off and whatnot. Here we go. There it is. This is my apocalypse. I live in Tampa, Florida, so I am considered one of the crazy people of the United States. We are basically what the United States calls Australia of the United States. You finally got Omega? Nice job. No, I don't want to do any fighting in this ship as of yet. I still got a lot of getting used to it. I will let you guys can do the PvP. I'll be more than happy to watch. I need to use this thing to earn me some monies. Okay, so we're throwing some lasers in there, and it's sitting at 625.08 DPS with my skills. Let's take a look at my skills right now. I got more rigs to put in and everything, but for large lasers, I managed to get to Large Laser Operation 5, Advanced Large Laser Operation 5, Expert Large Laser Operation 3, Large Laser Upgrade 4, and Advanced 4. So I still have a lot of room to grow here. So I am excited to see where it's going to end up being once I rig this thing out. We're going to rig out all for damage, 2 aerators, so 891 DPS without any type of heat sinks in. It's very shiny. I like it. I haven't been in Eve since wait, 1 month or even 2? Well, hello, warrior. Okay, we are gonna put at least 1 heatsink on this ship. So I'm not quite at 1000 DPS with this thing yet. I will get there soon with more skills, but I do have to train up these battleship skills. I could always use another heatsink to crest that. What is the range sitting at here? So this range without any type of tracking computers, oh, it's still early, is sitting at the same range my Oracle was, with 3 of them in. And so, yeah. Now I only have the Marketeer. I do have to purchase some better ones of these. I gotta upgrade to the Eagle. 1 gets me to 83. 2 gets me to 93. 3 puts me at just shy of 100. I think that's going to be good enough for the time being. What else can we do with this ship? Well, I don't have any of my equipment here. Let's put on the micro warp drive. I'm going for practically no tank. I'm doing a long range fit where I'm going to sit back and snipe things. Hey, Elementary 72, thank you for stopping by. So I am very excited to have this on live. Yeah, I'm basically going to be treating this kind of like I did my Oracle. At first, I'm going to start off with the long range fit. Once my skills get right, I'll probably move down to the pulse lasers. Because even with the pulse lasers, when I was on the test server, it looks like I can get about 50 km range. So if I can get it doing some pretty good damage with a nice tank, even at that 50 km range, I should be fine. But for now, this is going to give me the opportunity to sit back and clear out the tier 10s just like I did with my Oracle, earn some ISK, and do it from a safe range where I can pay more attention to chat and other things that I'm doing instead of the actual game. I don't think I have any large drones on live. What's the drone control range on this ship? Probably nothing. Let's see. Yeah, 28 km. So I'm not going to be able to use sentries, because if I'm flying way back there, the sentries aren't going to do anything. That's stupid. They can only shoot your drone control range. It really irks me. I don't like that. So here I haven't decided what I want to put yet. I have to go back to my main area. I am going to put on all of my stuff that I had on my Oracle, just for the time being. And let's take a look at the market and see about some large drones. What do you guys think? What large drone should I put in here? Or should I use mediums for whenever they do get close? Well, I have all the parts for the tank fit. I'm just trying to do a long range fit for now. Sit back and snipe with this thing. I really, like I said, with my Oracle, I would sit back and just use the large group armor reppers. And I was able to do that with like a 75 km range and complete the T10s. So this one here, I'm sitting at, with my skills on live, so these aren't max skills, I'm sitting on optimal range of 99, with an accuracy fall-off of 25. So even without activating these, I should be able to stay out of range most of the time for all the stuff and just have to worry about some ancillary damage that's coming in from them. You really think I should use sentry drones? I mean, the sentry drones, one of the biggest issues that I have with those is, so this ship only has a 28 km range. That means the sentries can only fire 28 km away because it doesn't have a large drone control range. With the way they have those drones set up, where it can only fire your drone control range, even though it says it has like a 60 km range with a 50 fall off, it doesn't work. You can't fire that far. Unless you actually have the drone control range. Yeah, all of the elite frigates, whenever I'm doing the T10s, I have no issue sniping those before they get to me. One of the things we're going to look at the rigs, I asked everybody what they thought about it, and I am going to put the 2 semiconductor memory cells in here. But the last one I actually do have to purchase. Everybody was suggesting... Where is it? Let's go buy it right now. Engineering, I think it's under, is it under engineering? No, electronic? Navigation? Well, where the heck is it? I lost it. They exist somewhere, I know they do. Are they not engineering rigs? Man, I don't know what I'm looking for right now. It's way too early for me. I need to have the rest of my coffee. I could have swore they were in here. Yeah, here it is. It just has the same icon. Oh my god. I'm dumb. I was looking for the little radar dish, like for the drone stuff. This scan resolution. Someone to buy me one of these. They're what, 100,000, 100 million? Yeah. Yeah, we'll get this one here at Jita since we're here. Doop. Let's take a look over here at chat. Well, hello, Elementary 72 again. I think range fit, build your tank in mid, sentry drones. What about the elite frigates? I'd opt for just medium drones, better for dealing with rats. Yeah, targeting system 3. So basically it's going to let me lock onto those targets a bit faster. You can do the missions without the targeting drones. I've done it before on my Oracle quite a bit. I've done every single tier 10 in an Oracle with a 72 km range with a light tank. It can be done. You just have to basically move away and you play around with bouncing them and making them, well, now they warp back. Before they wouldn't warp back, they would just fly back. But as long as you play with that, the edge of the range, it's fine. And the Apocalypse is going to be able to do that so much better. And as my skills come in on the live server, we were at basically, what, 118 km or on the test server, 118 km optimal range, and up to 150 fall off without activating a tracking computer. It was pretty brutal. And I know at about 130 km out, everything has trouble hitting you. So for all the T10s, I mean, you may get struck by some stuff at 130 km out, but it's so little damage that it doesn't really matter as long as you can take it out. Okay, so I do have a hammerhead in here. And again, these drones don't really matter. Let's see what the drones are actually selling for. I might just buy a bunch of them. If they're good. Well, first things first. Let's purchase a second Mark 9 hammerhead. Oh, I can get 2 of those bad boys. 7 million a piece? 8 million? Sure, give me 2. Hello, Eternal Echoes. I've looked all over. I'm trying to find a list of storyline missions by difficulty. I can do for patriotism easy, but I'm afraid to lose my ship to go higher difficulty missions. Well, depending on how you're flying your ship, if you are using the range kiting fit like that, everything is pretty easy except for the tier 8 Minmatar mission. Stay away from that thing. That thing is a nightmare. All you really need to know is cannons are going to be able to reach out and touch you and do horrible things. Lasers are going to be able to reach out and touch you and do horrible things. Most of the time for the Galente missions, they're going to bring the snub-nose railguns. Occasionally, you'll run into a ship that can reach out and touch you with the long-range railguns, but it seems to be that they favor the snub-nose in those missions. What else do I want to get here? Let's buy some Mark 9 Ogres. I like my Ogres. Those are 20... No, those can wait. I don't want to spend that type of money yet. What about my Sentries? What Sentries do I want to get? We don't have a very big choice here. There's only a few. Yeah, the reason why I like the Sentries, I like the Sentries a lot, but I don't like them for the regular ships, because this is misleading. It says it has an optimal range of 42 km and an accuracy fall-off of 12 km. That's not true. This ship here, it's basically its optimal range and its fall-off are going to be whatever your drone control range is. If you are not, well, I stand corrected there. You could have these guys put out farther. You have to be within your drone control range of the ship that you're targeting in order for these guys to hit. So if you drop them off and we're flying into combat, you could leave them back there, go into my 28 km drone control range or whatever it is, and then they would start firing. But if I'm not within range, they're not going to fire. No, Eternal, I haven't. I started at 7 a.m. I'm only going to be streaming for a few hours today. I have a tight schedule, so I'll be here till 9:30. I literally just started fitting the ship. So, what I got so far, with my current skills coming into this, I'm sitting at 99.12 km optimal range with an accuracy fall-off of 25.31. and I just literally put my Oracle equipment on here and got my rig set up. So after talking with everybody, I am using the targeting system subcontroller 3 here. I have 2 semiconductor memory cell 3s, and we went full damage here. I've got a laser burst aerator, a couple of those, and I'm using the laser collision accelerator. So I want to see just how well this is going to do with the long range fit. I haven't made a decision just yet. I was going to fill out this other drone. I am going to buy... Wait, I already bought it. Let's put that in. Oh! Yeah, that's right. You need a buddy there. I need to get more backup drones in here. Let's put you in there for now. But I am going to purchase some more. I think I am going to pick up some sentries on here. I'm hoping they fix those sentries soon. You're playing the test server? Nice. Drones cost more than a cruiser. Yeah, those. Yeah, I'll probably end up picking up those large drones, but for this fit, they're not needed. So since I'm not using them right away, they'll probably come down in price as T9 drops a bit more. So since I have no real reason to use those, and again, those drones are going to be extremely overpriced too, because a lot of people are going to be looking to get into that Dominix right now. It is a very, very powerful ship, and a lot of people, especially for PvE, are focusing on those drones, so it is going to jack up those prices on these drones. And drones right now are going to be the devil when it comes to buying stuff. What do I want to put here? Probably just more damage, and I need to pick up some fuel. I don't think I have much fuel left. Let's see, market. I don't like taking the fuel off my other ships that use fuel. I'd rather just purchase my new fuel here. Where? Planetary resources. I almost always buy plasmoids. I also use liquid ozone for whenever I'm using smaller modules. I honestly don't know if that's optimal or not. I have 6,000 here. Price is a little high. I want 5,000. Sure. Test server on EVE Online. I need to log back into EVE Online. One of my good friends started playing EVE Online again, and he was like, yeah, you need to get your Nightmare and come out and do some missions with me. He flies a Macarial, I fly a Nightmare, so I'll probably log in and do that at some point, but I'd have to reactivate my account. So that's where all the fuel went. It does take so long to skill. EVE Online is ridiculous. Okay, so I need to make a stop back. Hold on. You know what? I don't like pirating my other ships if I can help it. Can I just buy another heatsink? Are they relatively cheap right now? Low slots, low slots. I imagine not. They probably cost an arm and a leg. Oh, no, 2 million? Play lasers, guys. This is why you play lasers. Basically 3 million there. Let's take a look at magnetic stabilizer while we're here. So if you're in railguns, you're paying $1 million more. If you're in cannons, you're paying... Man, poor cannon guys. That's ridiculous, 36 million. Missiles, what are you looking like? Missiles, 5 million. Alright. And drones. Nestworm, 121 million. What did I tell you guys? Drones right now are the new hotness with that Dominix coming out, and all that stuff is going to be inflated. That's ridiculous. And that low slot, you can fit a damage control when your damage becomes too high. I don't plan on taking any damage. And the plan is to not get shot. That gives us 1,000 DPS. Yeah, apparently people don't like their lasers, so I love them. It's good. Okay, so I got a couple of medium drones just in case they get under my guns. My capacitor is only lasting me 4 minutes, but I don't have a lot of skills on this ship yet. I don't really think that's going to be a problem. What I do think is going to be a problem is even when I unfit the micro warp drive, it still says my capacitor is only 12 minutes. So I don't know if I can effectively take this ship out yet. I'm not using a lot of things that are using capacitor here. That's just coming from the straight guns. So I might need to have way more skills invested in engineering. Yeah. That's coming up. I'm about to get, after Battleship Command, the Battleship Engineering is coming up. I actually want to swap those. I think this is going to be way more important to get this engineering up. The Battleship does not have the laser capacitor reduction that the other ships have. Yeah. Yeah. I take off the prop and fit for more range. Yeah, I could probably do that. I mean, for the time being. I am concerned about this the power grid on the ship right now, though. I know it's going to level out because I've seen it with all 5 skills. I just don't know where I'm going to cross that threshold. Oh, they do? I didn't know that. Let's take those off real quick and see where it's at. Oh, okay. No, don't think it was the group armor wrappers. Definitely don't think it was the group armor wrappers. This thing is just eating up cap. What's the point in playing in the test server? It takes me 3 months to skill it to a dreadnought. I don't know. I've never actually used the EVE Online test server. Yeah, so power grid is a real concern on this ship. However, like I said, my engineering skills they're still being trained. So it's not going to take me long to actually get those up to where they need to be, just for the basic levels. They're not going to be where I want them to be. But once I get this 4, and I'll get this up to 4 as well, and then I'll probably even train that to 5. I really think this ship is going to need the power grid. Yeah, that power grid's really going to be needed. Let me just take this out. What do we got going on? Yeah, I would definitely run more of a tank if I was going to be up close, but let's just pick up a regular news mission. I want to kind of see how these guns are going to react. How much power grid is it actually losing? Yeah, I'm not doing Love Triangle. You can try to get me to do that quest all you want. It's not going to happen. That quest is hot garbage. The hottest of garbage. Now that I woke up a little bit, my voice has gotten a little bit better. I'm happy about that. Why not group shield since you're playing artillery range? I do it for my Oracle. I could put the group shield on there. I do actually have some of them back there. I just bought these and I have been using them, to be honest. There's really no reason. Okay, let's organize. When I first started using the group wrappers, I believe I actually got the idea from Eternal Echoes. I don't think I used them before that. I'm pretty sure that's where I got the idea. I honestly don't remember. It's been a long time. I'm pretty sure he is the one who showed me that works great. Do a little bit of organization here. I want my damage there. Okay. I do like this ship. Man, I love this thing. I'm so happy to be in it. I don't care if it's not super effective right now because I don't have the skills. Man, I ain't gonna use that insurance system. That insurance system's hot garbage. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna warp in at 100. We're gonna set orbit to 100. And set approach to 100. Why not? What is my gate? I am at the Jita gate. Oh yeah, that's a good place to be. Ah, I remember the days at the Jita gate where you had to sit there and click on it over and over again just to try to get in. That was good times. So, I mean, already what we're looking at here is this ship has, even with the lower skills than I have with my Oracle, this ship is a straight up upgrade. Yeah, I don't... Alright, so we're sitting off at 116 km. I don't feel like I have to move. Let's, Hey, stop. Hold on. Off, 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 off. Wait. On. Okay. Focus fire again. So, sitting out here doing nothing, I'm more concerned about my capacitor right now. I just want to see how much that it's using just firing. Insurance is good, don't hate it. Okay. I can't say that it's bad for a lot of things. I actually haven't done a lot of reading into it. I just know I haven't ever used insurance, so I've not found a need for it for me. So let's just put it that way. However, I do primarily PvE and high sec, so that might be a different thing for people who travel out to low sec. So I'm not going to knock on it, it's not for me. Well, I mean, I do travel out to low sec to do harder missions, but I don't stay there to fight. Sure, it sucks the big one. Oh, I'm not even watching. So, where are we sitting at? So just firing the guns, I've already just dropped down to 71% power grid. Yeah, it uses 69. It's going to keep going down. It's going to use a lot of power. I wonder if it'll actually cap itself out just firing the guns. If that's the case, I'm going to have to definitely tell people that I would recommend before jumping into the battleship to get those engineering skills up first, because this looks pretty brutal. I mean, yeah, this is literally just a wave of a news mission and I've used almost half my power. Ugh. I don't know if this is gonna be able to do a T10 right out the box yet. Yeah, when you log out in Jita and when you log in the game putted you in a station 1 jump away. Yeah, that was fun. I was like, dang it, I gotta go back. All the stuff I want there. Alright, so is anything actually approaching me? Yeah, we got a couple that are approaching me. Let's focus fire you. Let's activate one of the heat sinks just to see where this goes. 1,300 DPS with a heat sink activated. Not bad. Oh no, I'm missile dampened. Whatever shall I do? Let's activate that target painter. I don't even know. Hold up. 60, 70, 80, 89, 96. Yeah, this target painter ain't doing much. The only and most annoying thing about lasers has to be the cap usage. They really should do something about it, particularly for Amar ships. Most of our ships actually do have something built in for it. All of the ships that are of a lower tier actually get a 50% cap reduction. Well, a majority of the ships, I would say, get a 50% cap reduction to the firing of large laser, or to whatever laser size they use, which is really good. I actually like the fact that they actually built that in. The battleships don't have that. You can remove a heat sink and put in a cap battery. For the time being, I can. I know this is from playing around with it on the test server. I know it will stabilize, and the cap is going to be super effective eventually. I just literally am coming in here fresh with no skills. So that's the biggest problem, is I don't have the skills. So what we're looking at is to get this advanced engineering up. I think once I hit about advanced engineering 4, it'll probably stabilize at about that time. So my biggest recommendation, if you are looking into jumping into a laser boat, is to make sure you get those engineering skills up. Those engineering skills are extremely important if you want to be able to fire your guns and do anything. Look at this, wave 2, we're at 40%. This thing would not survive a T10. Yeah. Mars ships do have an insane capacitor, but you gotta have the skills. You really do need the skills. And this is just kind of showcasing how bad those skills actually are needed. I have great laser skills, I would say. They're not perfect, but they're pretty good for large lasers. And I have a very meddling battleship skills, and even though I can do some decent damage with this ship, it is definitely not going to be very functional right now for larger missions. Not until I can get those skills. Good thing is, it's only going to take me a few days to get those skills up to where I need to be, and then the hard part's going to be getting them to the level 5s. So it's not like it's going to be too bad to get there. I really think it's going to cap out at, like, once I get to the 4-4, I should be fine. Oh, we have a Condor over there. But yeah, sitting at 34%, and I'm just on 3 waves of a news mission. Yeah, this thing is definitely not ready to go into a storyline mission yet. If I had to activate that micro warp drive for any reason to move away, we'd be busted on cap. Insurance gave me a chance of being broke. Well, here's the thing that I didn't like about the insurance system. So the insurance system told me, yeah, I'm literally getting a cap warning sign just firing my lasers. The insurance system told me in order to insure my Cinnabon, when I was looking at that, it was going to be like 900 plex. I was like, I can't justify that. The caps are screaming, I know, it's crazy. I'm doing nothing but firing my lasers. I did activate a heatsink one time. Good thing it's just a MOA left. I don't know what I would do. But yeah, this is it's definitely going to be the real lazy man's way of doing everything, which I like. I'll be able to sit out here super far and do stuff once I get my skills up, but without having that engineering skill, even at 4-4, ugh, this is brutal. I know. Let's actually, after we kill this guy, we'll take a look at that. Alright. Let's just kick this on for a second. So we're at 21% cap right now. $23. Well, let's be fair, it looks like our cap is going up with the micro warp drive on. That's surprising. Oh, you know what that might be though? Alright, let's take a look at some stuff here. Let's go to skills. Is it under here? Navigation. So my micro warp drive operation is 5-4. So I do have a bit of skills there, but I mean, 5-3. I apologize. Not too terribly much though, so this micro warp drive isn't actually using a lot of cap. Activation cost 174 gigajoules. So this is using 174 gigajoules. Let's take a look at these lasers. Activation cost 61.4 gigajoules a piece with my current skills. Let me get a calculator here. $61.4 times 8. It uses 491.2 gigajoules every time it fires, and it's firing every 6.44 seconds. Power grid is good. Well, heck, power grid's not even actually that good. Have you seen on the test servers when I do this? No matter what I do, the power grid is like super amazing. Like it uses none of it. So skills really do mean a big difference in this ship. Capacitor, our maximum capacitor is 18,336. So if it's using 491.2 every 6 seconds, let's divide that by 6.4, 76.75. 18,336. Interesting. So it looks like just firing the lasers, this ship would be capacitor empty. Now this is not taking into account the passive recharge, in 238 seconds. So divided by 60, it would last about 3 minutes and 98 seconds. Just firing lasers. And it's saying 4 minutes and 49 seconds. I'm using a medium micro warp drive? Ah ha ha ha. That's stupid. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Dumb da dum dum. Let's go back to Jita. Do I have a large micro warp drive? I probably don't. Probably don't. Low slots. Micro warp drives. $76 million. Yeah, it's not bad. I'll pick that up. Go. Of course it's not at my current location. I'm in space. Sure?
Warp drive active.
Don't stack them? Don't stack... What? What? Oh, and hi. Don't stack what? Savat the noob. Yeah, yeah. I mean, in this battleship, I am a noob, and in life, I am a noob as well. Always making mistakes. Oh, what's your light, Eternal? I make the mistakes so you don't have to, except I'm doing that with shopping, and I just didn't buy the micro warp drive. I was pirating from my other ships, and I'm like, oh, I can just use my stuff off of my Oracle for my Apocalypse, forgetting that the Oracle is a battle cruiser and not a battleship. And so yeah, this is actually a bit concerning. I don't know what I'm going to do in the meantime. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a capacitor battery. I should have a large capacitor battery somewhere. Do I though? I have a medium capacitor battery. I got some large, but they're not top end. Maybe I have it on something. Oh. Don't stack the lasers and make them fire so you can recharge. You make mistakes so we don't have to. Okay. So let's take care of one of these issues here. You didn't see nothing here. That's been a large the entire time. I don't know what you're talking about. Large C-type batteries you could sell me. I mean, how much do they go for? I really only need one. They can't be that expensive, right? Low slots. Afterburners, capacitor batteries. Medium. 43 million? 50 million? That's not bad. It would just be a temporary fix, though, basically a stopgap with a ship. What would I replace? Wait. The capacitor still says 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Hold on a second. This activation cost is 269 gigajoules. Bear with me. 4 minutes 19 seconds. Wasn't that the same time that we got? 4 minutes and 49 seconds. Oh. Okay. I was curious there. It looked deceiving. If you got those large C-type bats, how much you want for one? Looks like they're selling on the market for 50 million right now. I'll buy one from you. Even though I'm running low on money. So if I replace one of the heat sinks right now, that'll put me at just shy of 1,000 DPS, and we can put the capacitor battery on, and that should get me by for the time being, at least until my skills get up. Yeah, Jago, if you do an order, 40 million, I'll give you that. Yeah, send me a contract and I'll pick it up. If you can, please make it for Jita though. Do I have any large afterburners for testing purposes? I might. I might be on something right now. I'll have to take a look. I need to get back to my main base. That's where all my ships are. If I do have a large afterburner, it's on something. What would I put it on? Can I see what's on these ships from here? None of you guys would use a large afterburner. The only thing that might... I don't even think you're put together. No, you're stripped down. I don't know why I would ever put a large afterburner on that. I don't think I have one, to be honest. Oh, yeah, I do. I just didn't have a C-type. Let's see here. Got any large afterburner for testing purposes? I can ask how I move structures in EVE Online. Structures. Structures have an anchoring time. You have to have the anchoring skill. When you actually have the anchoring skill itself, it's actually how you're going to anchor if you wanted to have a cargo container in space as well for the purposes of mining and whatnot. You could anchor the cargo container. And without having that skill, you can't do that. So I know you're going to need the anchoring skill, but you're also going to need a manufacturing and stuff skill. It requires a lot, and they've changed it. Again, the last time that I really played EVE Online was 2008, maybe? So a lot of things could have changed since then. Give me a retriever. I have a retriever? What? I don't see a retriever here. What you talking about? Let's go more pew pew. I think the prop is a ways to keep the DPS or go for another tracking computer. Okay. So, is that contract here? Nah. Alright. Yeah, you're right. I mean, if we're warping in right now, this isn't really needed because we're going to stay at that 100, so we could put that on and buy one and give it to you. Let's go, more pew pew. Yeah. Okay. For now, switch the prop for the cap hat. Yeah. Yep. Dragoo, are you going to be sending that over or not? I need to get back to my other ship. Fake news, J-Ron. Well, I'm becoming poor. When I started this, I had, what, $500 million? Now I have nothing. I'm poor. Please fund me. Dance, puppet, dance. Okay, I need this capacitor battery or a capacitor battery of some sort, so I need to go back to my... Okay. Well, while we're holding on a minute... And thank you, by the way. I don't mean to be pushy. I just wanted to get out of the dock here. I apologize if it came off that way. Laser operation bonus. I do have the laser operation bonus at 5, so we are getting all of that. Battleship command bonus I have at 4. So scan resolution with the mod, it did seem like it was locking on pretty good. So we're at 30, what? 50% basically faster scan resolution. Let's go test this thing out again. Shut up, I wasted my 4K. Philanthropy. Yeah, let's take this off and let's put on a Settler small shield. Yeah. Hey, we got the contract. Thank you very much, by the way. I'll pay 40 million and get a large cap. Yes, I'll accept that. Hooray! Thank you. No, you're good. I appreciate it. I just, guys are not wanting to see me sent in station. They're wanting to see me go out and pew pew. Excellent. So now with the capacitor battery just chilling here, we're at 17 minutes. So the capacitor battery is helping a lot. Plus we have the activation time on there. If we're coming in at 100 for this stuff, we should be fine? Question mark? Let's go test. Mine defense. Jesus. I know I don't have insurance. T10s are the best drone done solo if you can. More so for you. Yeah, I would do T10s today for today's stream. I can't. I tried to put in the title and everything. I'm only streaming till 9:30 because I do have my daughter this weekend and I have an appointment with her. I'm taking her over to some friend's house and we got to be there by 10, so she can go hang out with them. So I've got to do that, and then later this afternoon I'm working on the collaboration stuff. So that's why I wanted to start at 7 today. I just stream for 2.5 hours. Get the apocalypse set up, just really take a look at it and have a bit of fun hanging out with everybody. Because again, I was super excited to get this ship. I should have gotten the Oracle 2 first, but I was just so excited to get the battleship. I knew my skills weren't going to be right in it, but I really wanted it. I mean, this is the ship that I wanted for forever, so I am glad to finally be in it. And I will suffer. I suffered with my Oracle at first with low skills, and I have no problem doing it here. Richard, hey, what's going on? So guys, that's Richard Stillwell in there. That is my best friend in real life. He is the person we're going over to his house at 10. So say hi. Click the don't show again on the insurance message. I'm so bad at that. I always leave those things up. T10s rock with teams. They do. I've gone in there with a few people and we had a real good time and we're able to clean them out pretty fast. And I've heard some interesting things about bigger groups being able to do them even quicker. Yeah, the Oracle 2 looks real sweet. If I jumped into that, I would have the skills for it, and it would do a lot more, but that's another 800 million right there, so I could only afford to actually jump into one of these ships on the live right away. I mean, with the rigs and everything, I have spent a lot on this ship. I would say, I don't know, maybe close to 2 billion, if not more. I saved up quite a bit. I know I did get this ship at kind of a sweetheart deal. Well, thank you for stopping by. Just playing around with the new ship. Just got it today. Cool. I mean, I don't know which one's closer. We're gonna kill you though. "35 minutes is the record for T10 so far." "1 hour and 20 minutes for 2 T10 missions, 2-man? Wow. So 2 people working together, basically each one's gonna get to finish 1 T10. And you guys are doing it in 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's basically what, like 40 minutes a T10? That's really good. What were the 2 ships that were being used for that? Let's break that. Yeah, I would love to break that. I don't know what happened with my game, but at some point my laser stopped pew-pewing. It's happening on the test server and everything. I'm just not getting any more sound effects, and as far as I know, my audio is turned on. Yeah, I don't understand it. My lasers are broken, and my missiles are broken. My sound effects for pew-pewing are broken. You can do a T10 with 3 hours for with the Oracle and the Cinnaball. Yeah, my Cinnaball is getting there. I haven't quite got the skills yet maxed out on that thing. So, wait, hey, you can stop, please. Where is... Yeah. 11. Approach. Cool. Actually, let's just approach Jita. Rattlesnake and a Macarial. Oof, I really want a Macarial for my ult, but that's gonna be a long time away. Don't know about the rattlesnake. I know the rattlesnake is an amazing ship, but I don't think I will ever have one. Hey Paige, how's it going? Okay. So what I'm seeing here is just with the addition of the cap battery is doing wonders for this already. It does make me a little bit concerned not having any type of propulsion for the purposes of doing tier 10s and whatnot, because if those little ships come flying at me, they might get under my guns. But I think this will be able to last me for a couple of days. I can stick with doing some lower tier stuff for a couple of days until I get my skills right. The sound issue could be the emulator that I'm using. Quite possibly, because I mean the weird thing is I'm actually getting sound effects. Like if you guys listen whenever I click on stuff, it makes the beeps. It's making all the noise. The audio is on in the background for the music and everything. It's just my weapon systems aren't activating any sound. Like I don't hear any zots or kabooms. The only thing keeping my Omega is my mining. I give corpse minerals that give me Omega. I have time for myself anymore. What tech level encounters can you do with long range vigilant? It's a good question. Hope this makes you want to pick it up and give it a go. I don't know if internet spaceships is quite his thing. I like how we have the calm, relaxing music because we're so far away from them. Oh, there it goes. There's some combat music. It's like, hey, yeah. Let's activate both of these and see what happens. 1,595. You know what, cap battery? Give me some cap. Something shot me? Something shot me? Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. I'm just shocked that something actually hit me out here. At a normal mission. You did download it. Awesome. Let's take a look here. Let's see what the range just looks like with one of the computers active. 142 km optimal with a 35 km fall off. So if I was rocking 4 of these, I could effectively stay out at about 135 km and be just fine. And rotate those. I'd have a little bit of downtime. This is the most useless item on this ship, this Republic Fleet Target Painter. With my skills, it's not even in range for 50%. It is literally going to do nothing except for waste my cap. So, I don't know what I want to put in that mid slot yet. I have no clue what I want to use on there. Capacitor battery, go! I have my Moa Guardian, 20 km optimal range and 10 km on accuracy fall off. Yeah, but Moa Guardians are also like a tanky. Okay. So my hood ornaments are doing a wonderful job. Love you guys. It got me like, 10 million worth of hood ornaments. What do we got going on? Do we have something a little... I'm not doing love triangle. I don't care. 7 jumps. Let's see if we can get something closer. Seeds of Romance. That looks like a... Yeah, that's not what I want. That's going to be in 0.3 space, 10 jumps away. Man, I can't get anything good. Poo. Not that's close anyway. What do we got that's close? Sure, let's go do this. Speaking of lifeless, I am legit living the meme with a gamer and fireworks going on outside. Such as Chinese New Year, and people are blowing off fireworks, and I am multi-boxing. Well, I could be multi-boxing too. I got my Cinnaball on my other account that I can bring out, but I'm really just trying to get a feel for this ship. Like I said, I think in about a week, this thing is going to be a beast, and I'm just going to be chain doing T10s with no effort. If speed tanking, then it's a matter of keeping away from the spawn at the start of waves and stretching the pack out. Yeah, pulling everything back, taking care of all of the super fast ships first, and just basically not diving into the middle of the pack and letting those logistic ships pull you back into the pack. Ugh. I'm a little salty over that still. Had me a logistic ship pull me into the middle of like 30 ships because I'm like, oh yeah, he's out here, and he decided to go away. Do it. But you know what? This is a good looking battleship. I don't care if it doesn't have any power right now. We'll get some solar panels, we'll slap it to the top of this thing, and we will make it work. Oh, Eternal, did you see the video I did on the Armageddon? Where I made it cap stable with a micro warp drive on? It has this tank and it's cap stable with a micro warp drive active. A battleship that's just whipping around all the time at over 1,000. That was funny. Gotta speed tank your battleships, man. That's the new hotness. Okay. And again, I'm sorry I'm not starting anything long. I would actually start a mission. I'd probably do like a T8 or something if I wasn't strapped for time. And you know what? Yeah. So, I don't know. What do you think I can accomplish? And do I have any... No, I think I only have Sweet Poison right now. No, last I watched was a collab video. Got a bit pissed last night. Oh, what happened? I got my ships. And then I know I'm going to be bringing to the battle. Still got to figure out what to do with the footage that I have with you. Again, I have half of it, my audio is messed up, so I'm going to have to really edit that and figure out how to get that out. And it's only going to be a small video. I do have like 2 hours, but this battleship is also very slow and warping out to where I need to go. Oh yeah, no. Super Dragon, I was joking. I mean, even though you can make it go fast, everything would still hit you. It doesn't matter. So it was more like kind of, hey, look what I can do type thing. You can't really speed tank. Well, I mean, I guess if there was capital ships, you could speed tank a battleship. Wait till they have dreadnoughts in and be like, look at me. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, we can take out this guy too. I had a surprise visit from the mate and a town. Yo. Those make for wonderful mornings, don't they? Yeah, let's activate this. We're gonna activate our cat. I should have done that reverse. I should have activated the cat battery and then the damage mod. Let's take a look at our ships over here. There we go. And we're gonna activate our second one here. We're gonna do 3,000 DPS to this MOA. And by 3,000, I mean 1,595. Oh, okay, cool, cool. I have to remember though, sometimes people do take what I say seriously, so I try to correct that. Otherwise, I'm gonna have somebody in my comments later saying, "You told me I could speed tank my battleship, and I didn't put any tank on it, and thought that I could do this, and ended up losing it. Thanks, buddy." And I'll be like, "Oh man, gotta be careful with the sarcasm sometimes." This thing is blapping ships though. I do have to say I am quite impressed with just the raw damage at the range that this thing is putting out. I do love it. Without having to activate pretty much anything. And I can definitely go further back than this, but I like laziness. I like it when I can sit back and my ship can just blow things up. Not much I have to do. That's a lifestyle for me right there. Warp in, blap, get out, collect monies. So how do you pilot your ship? Like a log. Yeah, do... Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. Cat battery. So, what can I do? You were expecting more? You get 5,000 hits with your Oracle right now? Yeah. I mean, 4,900, so, yay. 4,000? This is, I mean, 1,300 DPS with it active. I imagine, I don't know exactly where your Oracle is sitting right now. I'll have to go watch one of your latest videos. I did watch the one with us. I liked your fittings. You put the stop to the damage, that's for sure. That was pretty cool. I didn't realize you went that far into the tank. And then your Gwent video, I watched that too. Well, this thing is going to do a lot more damage, though. Again, I still have a lot more skills to get. When I say a lot more damage, one of the key things for the Apocalypse, I would think, is not necessarily that it's doing a crap ton of damage. It's the range that it can stay in optimal range and do that crap ton of damage. This thing is going to be at about 120 km optimal when everything's said and done. That's crazy. Montessor, hey! Yeah, that tank was disgusting. Oh man. I could sit here and look at this ship all day. It's so pretty. I'm not ruining it with that pink skin. Next ship I'm going to get, other than this guy here, is going to be the T10 version of it. And once I have that, it's going to be game over to Eve Echoes, because I will be, you know, able to destroy the world. What? Thank you. It is the first day of getting it. It still doesn't have a lot of skills, so I keep doing that. That was a 7,000 hit. I like to leave a sliver of life left just to make them think they have a chance. Right now I'm having a lot of capacitor issues with it. That ship ain't pretty, it's a sausage. Well, it's my sausage. Maybe I like sausages. I think it's awesome. I can't wait till T10 though to actually get access to the harder missions. Show fit, you got it. So right now I'm having a lot of capacitor issues, and because of lack of skills. So the fit in the high slots, I have 8 of the Corpus C type of large beam lasers. I am using just Mark 7 large group armor reppers. You could use shield reppers, whatever you want there, it doesn't really matter. I have this useless piece of technology, a Republic Fleet target painter. It sits in this slot and takes up space. I have my 2 hood ornaments, a Mark 9 hammerheads. They're one is brand new, just purchased, and they're here for if anything ever wants to get close to me. The hammerheads can look at them funny and not really do too terribly much. A golden space sausage. I did take the ship out the first time, and for the first battle, we realized that without having appropriate skills, the capacitor on the ship doesn't even last with firing the gun straight out. So I did go ahead and pick up a capacitor battery, and I got this one at a really good deal from Dragoo. So Dragoo sold it to me for about a 10 million discount, which is awesome. Thank you very much for that. I am using 2 Corpum C-type heat sinks. I believe they're both Corpum. Nope, I have a Centum C-type heat sink and a Corpum C-type heat sink. So I did not buy the same brand. I hate it when I do that. I like to be, brandist. I'm using Marketeer tracking computers. I need to upgrade these to the Eagles. I just haven't, because I haven't really had a reason to. And my old ships, the Marketeers are working just fine for me. But I do want to make sure I get this in as top gear as I can, since it is going to be my ship for a very long time. My rigs, I went full DPS. I have a Laser Collision Accelerator 3. And I have 2 Laser Burst Air Raider 3s. So activation time doubled up on. Damage we have 1 of. I have a Semiconductor Memory Cell 3. A second Semiconductor Memory Cell 3. And I have a Targeting System Subcontroller 3 to give that extra little bit. And that was actually referred to me in the comments. Everybody, when I asked about what to use on my 3rd slot, it seemed like it was a consensus to use the targeting one there. So yeah, that is pretty much it and what's going on here. This capacitor battery is in here right now because I'm having issues. However, I shouldn't have those issues for too terribly long. The skills that I'm working now are Battleship Engineering Level 4, which I have about a day on, and then we're going to go into the Advanced Battleship Engineering. I do believe once I get both of those to 4-4, I should be able to run this and have a nice cap going on. For my laser skills were in the best position that I could get them in. I stopped actually training my large laser skills when I got the Phantasm. So I only have Large Laser Operation 5, Advanced Large Laser Operation 5, Expert 3, and my Large Laser Upgrade is at 4 and Advanced is at 4. So I still have a lot of work to do. I need to get this one up, but that's going to be a 40-day skill. So the battleship services, basically, all the skills, so not Cruiser Command, but Advanced Battleship Command and all of these. I'm just going to get these basic up to a decent amount before I start working on any of that stuff again. I figure I'll have this ship probably going through T10s no problem in less than a week. Probably about 3 to 4 days I'll be doing T10s. Until then, I just gotta wait. And the whole thing is I have the Cinnaball too, so I might take it out with the Cinnaball and try one. This is my unreachable planet. My Condor used to live here, but it doesn't anymore. go back to Jita. Alright, what do we got going on here? Golden space sausage. Yeah, I know you guys are hating on the Apocalypse. I love it. You can't do wrong with my ship. This is my baby. Y'all can hate on it all you want. I'll treat it like the ugly duckling. It's gonna be my baby. I don't care. That was a group run. Sorry? It's a rotten banana if you get close to the right sun. Yeah, it is a rotten banana if you get close to the right sun. We have visual proof of that. I think the record solo is about 1 hour and 30 minutes in a faction battleship. I'd go through one now, Savat. BHD would be easy in that now. You got 2 drones for anything that gets under your guns. I do. The 2 drones should be very helpful, and I actually, what I'll probably do for the purpose of that is replace this target painter with either a scram to slow down the ones that are probably going to get under my gun are going to have micro warp drives. So if I put a scram on there, I can basically remove more than 50% of their speed by just turning off those micro warp drives. So I think having the scram would be the best idea, because if I put a Weber on there, even if I have the top end Weber at 61%, the turning off the micro warp drive is going to reduce much more speed than a Web would.
Warp drive active.
Still looks better than the Dominix. The Dominix, the flying potato. Either Macarial or Balgorn. Both of those ships are nice. I want a Macarial for my ult, and I want a Balgorn for my main. And then I want to take both of those out and destroy all the tier 10 content. Oh! So yeah, I mean, getting into this thing was relatively easy. I'm actually very curious to see what they're selling for on the market right now. I picked mine up for 800 million. So I'm hoping that they're gonna go down. Battleships. What is an Apocalypse right now? Yeah, that's not 800 million. The Armageddon is the golden long boy. How much is an Armageddon selling for? Ugh. These things are going up, not down. What's a Scorpion sell for? Okay. A Raven? Wait, Raven's cheaper than a Scorpion? Yeah. Ravens are cheaper than Scorpions. What's a Typhoon going for? Oh, poor Typhoon. Wah, wah, wah. Dominix, let's see the ridiculous price. Oh, they're cheap! Well, this one is cheap. These ones are about average. 825 million. Wait a second. If nobody uses lasers, why are Apocalypses so expensive? It can stand the fight thanks to the tankiness, so can keep full DPS going. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Swift. Battleships are better than faction cruisers with a fraction of the price. I wouldn't say better. I would say different. A well, all right. How am I going to say this and be fair? The faction cruisers themselves, a lot of them have that speed tank capability going for it. A lot of people are going to have max skills with it. It's a very versatile ship. A lot of them are actually able to be brought into PvE and PvP very effectively, where something like a starting battleship is like this apocalypse here, if somebody brought a Cinnabol and circled my apocalypse, it would just destroy my apocalypse in a matter of time. I guess it would take a little bit, but so yeah, battleships for the purpose of just like raw damage and powering through storylines, definitely probably better. But faction cruisers still definitely have a place and are going to be very, very good still, I think. Yeah, but for PvE, I definitely battleships should take the cake. They're going to be safer and apply more damage as long as you have the skills. Faction cruisers can speed tank, absolutely. So that's where I say it's a tough game. If you got somebody who knows what they're doing in a faction ship or a faction cruiser, they can do T10s, no problem. Anything bigger than a cruiser for PvP most likely won't work. Tell that to the Balgorn. Yeah, faction cruisers are definitely great if you multi-box. I have a real good time using mine in conjunction with other stuff. They're a very great addition to whatever you bring. Ah. Gotcha. I understand. Miswrote that. So, I hear through the grapevine that these ships are being looked at. The Balgord is another story. Yeah. Balgord, you come at the Balgord with like 4 frigates, it's just gonna be like grab, blap, dead. Grab, blap, dead. After it finishes sipping on its coffee and looking at all the frigate wrecks, it'll be like, anybody else? Okay, I'm gonna continue on my business now. I still laugh to this day at the day that I saw B8KD's video where they were all attacking that Balgorn with all those frigates, and at first it looked like they were gonna do it, and then they just got blapped out of everywhere. Oh yeah, Balgorn I really want on my main. After playing with that ship, I literally did the T10 in it, and I had to set the ship down and be like, I can't play with this ship on the test server anymore. I was like, I'm never gonna go back to the live server. I loved that ship that much. I was just like, I can't do it. If I play with this ship anymore, I'm just gonna live here. So as far as faction battleship goes, the Balgorn is my crack. And that thing is a beast, but I also love the Macarial. Don't get me wrong, the Macarial is a very, very awesome ship. I think having the ability to have the speed and the warp time, as well as get in there and use those cannons. Cannons are just such a great weapon. I understand why the price for them is out of this world. Let's go back out. Why I'm talking, I can be murdering. What am I sitting here not earning money for? What time is it? 8:30? I don't know if I can finish a mission. You know what? I don't want to risk it. Let's what is this? Yeah, let's just do crap missions. I really do want to run a storyline, but I just don't think I have enough time. Andre AAA? Well, hello, thank you, and hi to all of Russia as well. Well, mainly you, and I appreciate you stopping by, but to anybody else as well from Russia, hello. It's good to have you. Oh, man. I'm really excited. 1,238 people are in Cheetah right now. Yeah, one of the reasons why I didn't want to start a storyline as well is if I start a storyline, I need to start up my alt account. And I know I could get like a couple waves done and just go park, and that would be fine. But if I start up my alt account and everything like that, it's the weekend and Battleships were just released. I can imagine there's going to be a ton of low-sec gate camps out there just waiting to pop these bad boys. So I would have to scout out everything before I get there. I could. That's exactly what I was just saying, but I don't feel like doing all the scouting right now. I do, Mr. Swift. I encourage everybody to show up and hang out. EVE Online and EVE Echoes has a very diverse amount of players from all around the world. So, yeah, I got the Apocalypse. I don't have the skills for this Apocalypse as of yet, so I am having fun with it, but it needs some work. It has a lot of cap issues, so I'm actually running a capacitor battery on here right now to make up for that. That will go away, and it'll probably go away within under a week once I get my skills right. Don't go near Tama. Yeah. So, BAKD has no chill. So yeah, that is another one of the reasons I would have to, especially since I hang out here and I get missions in Tama a lot. You know? England, I'm in Florida. We are basically, considered the horrible part of the United States. But you know what? They're all freezing to death and we're warm, so ha 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 ha. And we also won the Super Bowl. Ha 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 ha. Please check your autopilot that it's in safer mode. I don't know. I'm not going anywhere right now that's super dangerous. I'm hanging around Jeddah. Anybody tested Apocalypse and Raven for speed clearing the anomaly? I have not done tier 10s in either the Apocalypse or the Raven as of yet. I will probably pick up the Raven at some point to do. I am Florida man, yes. The embodiment. I'm a retired Florida man. Now I'm chill Florida man. I used to be just like the Florida man though, wrestling gators and everything. Pew! I have to make my own laser sounds. Pew! And Insurance System ruined the gank squads, I think. Really? Huh. Well, I know before I would never actually go run my T10s on Saturday or Sunday. I actually did my T10s during the week. And the reason why I didn't like to run them on Saturday and Sunday is because a lot more PvP happened because there's a lot more people that were off. And usually people are getting together to form those gate squads around, or gate camps and gank squads and whatnot everywhere. So I would just avoid it. What's going on here? Yeah, these ships are just all way too weak. What are you gonna do? I mean, fly over here and get shot? Yeah, no quick turnaround for lost ships now. Phew! Oh no, I'm using trademarks. I'm gonna get copyright striked. J-Ron, Eternal, I command you to buy me a Vent 3. How are things going in real life? Pretty good. Work is crazy as ever. So we're doing a lot of new business and doing a system migration still, because we've been working on the system migration for probably about 6 months now. And it's just, They can't ever get it right. So we constantly have things that are breaking and we have to redo. Do the damage. Not saying they aren't done, but definitely rarer now. Yeah. I've been doing a lot more D&D. Playing other games, I think I'm spreading myself a little thin between making videos, playing Eve Echoes, and doing everything else, but I actually kind of like being spread thin. Staying active and doing a lot of different things is bringing me a lot of enjoyment. So even though sometimes it's a little bit stressful to try to meet all these deadlines and schedules, I actually do enjoy it quite a bit. Battleships are really cheap these days. Family's good. Got my daughter here with me now. She is currently sleeping. I'm going to have to wake her up here in about half an hour so she can get ready so we can go. She's doing all right, and still going to have to try to stay on her regarding school. So I have to go take a look at her homework assignments and make sure that she's understanding her math and whatnot. But she is doing better. She just had some exams, and she had to actually physically go into school for the exams. And she actually enjoyed that quite a bit. I have not quit smoking. I need to. I'm very, very bad at the actual quitting of the smoking. Oh no, I forgot to use my capacitor battery. Yeah, if you guys can see right there, that's the perfect example. I'm just doing these news missions here, and without the capacitor battery, well, we're on the second wave now, and I was already at 50% cap, pretty much just firing my lasers and activating the heatsink once. Best wake her up in 30 minutes so you could only be an hour late. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Oh. Whenever I try to quit smoking, it always makes me a mean person, and I don't like being a mean person. But man, I become a real butthole whenever I stop having cigarettes. At least for a little while. $6,722, that's not bad. Activate all the damage. $1,595. The big problem with lasers. On shields, they work well. Once you get to armor, you're doing half damage in most cases. That's one of the reasons with using lasers. I like to kind of stay with the Caldari ships. I'll fight versus Caldari, Sancha's Nation, and Mimitar is where I want to stay. Those are all going to be your shield tanking ships. Now, I know I've been coming out here and not picking up the loot. It's literally crap loot, so I don't care too terribly much. I'm just hanging out with you guys, really having fun. If anybody wants to take a look at anything, let me know. We can look at it together. I'm not gonna stop asking till someone gives me event 3. I can't. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what event 3 is. Never heard of one. Where am I at? Ah, we can refresh. Come on, give me something good. Close. I'm not gonna do love triangle. I don't care how many times you try to give it to me. I will do Sabotage the Guardian's Gala. Yeah, I don't know what Event 3 is. Is that like a module? Do you put it on the ships and it makes air flow through it better? Those level 3 module or rigs are expensive though.
Drive active.
I don't know if you want all that for airflow on your ship. Yeah. I can't wait till I win me a faction frigate. That's gonna be so awesome. I want to get my faction Ibis. Yeah, you do have you have Omega now, so you're able to actually trade. Venture 3. I think I actually do have a Venture 3, but that is my mining ship for whenever I want to go get rocks. So you can't have my mining ship. They're air vents in space. I mean, it lets the air pass through that doesn't exist, so it helps the ships actually go faster. It's kind of like blinker fluid. Those tier 3 vent rigs, you know? Oh no! My coffee is done. And by coffee, I mean my Java monster. Buy Event 3 for you? I can't. I only have 236 million. Citadels, yeah, true. True. You need air vents for the citadels, otherwise your people that are living there can't breathe. It lets the vacuum through.
Warp drive active.
Oh man, oh man. So I actually like the shooting fish in a barrel start of these missions. It's funny. It's only 10? 10 billion, huh? Oof. I know, barely enough to buy a bad hair day, and I gotta buy a bad hair day. In order to start making my money back, I have to save that. I don't have a bad hair day ready to go, so I'm gonna have to purchase one. What is my favorite class of ship? That's a tough question. And I mean that sincerely. Because Battleships just came out, they are the new hotness. So I've always enjoyed the Battleships, and when I played EVE Online, I played Battleships. I actually fly a Nightmare in EVE Online. And when I say I flew a Nightmare in EVE Online. I haven't actually played that in a while.
Warp drive active.
So I mainly piloted Battleships, and before I flew the Nightmare, I was actually in an Apocalypse as well as I flew a Raven, because in EVE Online, in order to fly a Nightmare, you had to train up Caldari Battleship and a Mar Battleship. So I used an Apocalypse and a Raven before I got into a Nightmare. Let's lock up these guys. Focus fire. Blap. Oh, let's activate our damage here. However, there is a lot to be said about cruisers as well, and battle cruisers. Mr. Swift, I see what you did there. And everything just dies. I still think FBB is the best story to run for making ISK at the moment, so cheap to buy. Yeah, FBB is good too, and especially with the Apocalypse now, being able to effectively apply the damage from further out is going to be really good, and I think it's going to make that mission a lot easier to do. Let's go to Stargate. I don't remember where I came in from. Yeah, I came in from there. Let's move away a little bit. Illuminati confirmed, Mr. Swift. You broke the code. Okay, let's stop. You broke the code. I love cruisers. They're fast and have good firepower. I like cruisers too. I think cruisers are honestly probably one of the better ships in my opinion. They're very good at PvP. They're very good at PvE. And they have the ability to take on higher end content. They have the ability to be fit in a drastic variety of different ways for the most part. They can do really good damage, almost comparable to battle cruisers, and sometimes in some cases with the faction ones can surpass a lot of battle cruisers. And they're just a very versatile ship. You have logistics versions of the cruisers, and you have, what is it? Oh man, I'm mind blanking on it. The ones that have the disruption fields. Can't remember their names. So, locking up my ships here. Basically what I'm looking at is I only lock a couple at first and see which ones are really going to be coming in on me. Like this guy here, he's coming in pretty quickly. So I really want to kill him first. Don't want him to get under my guns. There, now he's dead. Phantasm and Cinnable are like the best ships. Paladin. Paladins. Oh, Paladins are good. I don't know if they're ever going to release a Paladin in Echoes. I hope so. If they do, I will get one. But I think... Isn't the Strikers very similar though? Because Striker has that siege mode. Yeah, Cinnables can do T10s with some smart piloting. I have quite a few friends who talk to me about their Cinnable gangs and stuff, and soloing T10s with one Cinnable is very much doable. Sadly, the only story missions for anyone above T8 that's worth ISK, there are T10 stories? What? Oh no, you're getting close to me. Zot. Alright, back to what I was doing. Imagine the world following only one religion and no religion. How many fights can be saved? Just make sure you're not near spawn at the start of the waves. Yes, I have lost more ships to being at the start, being at 0 of a wave. I don't care how powerful your ship is. Well, I do care. I've been at 0 with a Balgord and survived on the test server. But that's with all level 5 skills too, so... Sup, Boggers? What's going on, Falcon? Oh no, next wave. Start locking them up. See which ones are gonna get close. You're moving close. Let's fire on you. Yeah, I think it's natural for people to enjoy competition, which does cause, in my opinion, a lot of people to have, as a holistic, as you know, a people, the human race, to be more violent and want to fight each other in a lot of cases. And I think that's kind of sad, but I think it's true. And what he said, Eternal, I agree with. People are people and they will always find a reason to fight. We are animals after all. Yep. So even if it's not in a physical fight form, you're going to have verbal fights online about ideas and feelings and whatnot. So I just think people are naturally confrontational, and I don't think, not everybody, because basically everyone who's been on my channel so far has been extremely nice to me, and I love hanging out with everyone and meeting really cool people. But the world as a whole, it seems like people are always looking to join a group and be better than another group. Yeah. When I was young, I used to get in a lot of bar fights. I do not bar fight anymore. But also when I was young, we would get into a bar fight, and then me and the person we were fighting with would sit down and have a beer together after we got into the bar fight. Nowadays, if somebody went to the bar and got into a fight, charges would get pressed, there'd be lawsuits and all of that. You can't just have a scuffle and then enjoy a beer together afterwards. Civ, do you have any ships you can give me? No, you can't have my Abyss. It's mine. Yes, my friend. Though I was here all the time, and not on live streams, but I have been watching all of our friends' videos. Thank you, Mr. Swift. It's always a pleasure to have you. And you are just a wonderful person. Tell us how you really feel, Eternal. Have a fight, get drunk, fight again? It would happen all the time. I was very much a punk, mohawk and all, when I was younger. And I went to a lot of punk bars, and punks fight, but they'll be friends again real quick. But again, like I said, I mean, I don't even see anything like that nowadays. Again, if anybody looks at somebody funny now, people are pressing charges. There's no just scuffles. Falcon! The Rally Tempest. Oh, what am I doing? Give me damage. Here, we could use a target painter too. You're in range of the target painter. Ooh, 5,500. Yeah. Nah, that was a quick 5 million. You're a metalhead that was forced to go to raves. Well, yeah, I mean, I love me some metal music too. And don't get me wrong, I used to go to a place called the Brass Mug, and they actually did heavy metal karaoke on Tuesday nights. And so me and my friends would all hit up the Brass Mug and go to heavy metal karaoke then. And on Wednesdays, we went to a place called Pegasus that did something called pornioke. And that is where they would show pornographic videos on the big screen behind people while they sung karaoke. It was very weird. But fun. But very weird. Okay. Let's go back to Jita again. Cool. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna take this ship out and do some story missions with it probably tomorrow. Like I said, I got a lot to do today. ODPS and Valk. Pardon me for just a second, guys. I gotta go grab my last coffee. Oh, that was the whole thing. Nobody needed to sing. You didn't sing well. Half the time it was people singing songs, and well, again, it was all metal music, but we knew it all. But most of the time the audience would be joining in, so it's just kind of a mess of everybody singing and getting drunk, and everybody would be drinking out of pitchers instead of the actual cups, and just like arm in arm, and people would be moshing up in the front and stuff. It was fun. It was good fun. Please choose Schaefer. Okay, I will.
Drive active.
Fine. Fine. But look, I was going through all high sec anyway. I don't think Eternal streams on the weekends anymore. I think he takes the weekends off now. Alright, I'm gonna grab my energy. What? That Vindicator has a lot of checks. Alright, I'll be right back.
Warp drive active.
Okay. Sorry about that. I'm back. I got my other drink. Woke up the daughter, told her to get ready. Oh, I can't try. I've got things to do today. Getting lots of content to put out. Yeah. Today is a busy day. When I get back 5 p.m. Eastern time here, and to put that in perspective, it is 8:58 now. So then I will be working on some stuff this afternoon, and it is going to be fun. And then give me a ship and you can have the day off. I'm sorry, guys. I like the detail they put into this ship. I really like it. I know. I overreact a little bit when it comes to the apocalypse, but I really like this ship. I spent so much money today. I thought I had everything ready to go, and I did not. But that's okay. Once I got this thing set up, it's pretty much going to be straight money making afterwards. I don't really have anything else I need to buy. Well, yes I do. I gotta outfit an Oracle too. Gotta outfit an Oracle too, and I gotta start saving up for some faction ships.
Warp drive active.
No. Not real life money. I'm gonna be working, like doing T10s and stuff to get in-game money and just saving. See, I'm like, I want to get, 13 billion so I can get a couple of faction ships. Legit advice from Eternal Echoes: how to get free ships. So what do you guys think? When I don't need the capacitor battery anymore, I'm definitely going to be putting in a micro warp drive or a afterburner in there, most likely since I already own a micro warp drive, the micro warp drive, just because I do like the ability that the micro warp drive gives you whenever ships do come shooting your direction really fast. It gives you that ability to pick up to those top speeds quicker than the afterburner. So I personally think the micro warp drive outdoes the afterburners for the purposes of kiting. Now, I do like my afterburners in brawler ships or mid-range ships where you can have it on a lot longer and it helps stay cap stable. However, once I replace that, what do you guys think? Should I keep the 2 damage mods on here, or should I go with the longer range and fight out further? Right now I'm sitting at that 99 km up to 125 without using those. Yeah, I already have the micro warp drive purchased. It's sitting right here, which is funny. I don't know if you're here for the part where I accidentally put my medium micro warp drive on it. Felt like a dumb person. Yes, the micro warp drive does reduce your cap, but I've noticed for like, especially whenever I was doing FBB, you would have some ships that shoot out like at cruisers and frigates really fast, and I wanted to make sure I was able to destroy them all before they got to me. And if I happen to be too close, like if I accidentally kill the last ship and I'm not quite out at that 100 plus km or whatnot, then I found having the micro warp drive will let me get to that speed a lot faster, and I wasn't actually using all of my cap. Now, this ship not being cap stable, the afterburner might be a little bit better. I'll have to experiment around with them, but I just know for the purposes of oh crap moments, the micro warp drive has almost always been preferable for me. Oh, games recommendations. Curious. Mark 9 large beam lasers. Mark 9 stasis webifiers. They went 3. Psh, they don't know how to fit this thing. They recommend a Mark 9 a large micro warp drive, Mark 9 adaptive armor hardener, a reinforced steel plate, an armor repper, a warp core optimizer, you know, because you want to make sure that all those scrams I hit you with that have force strength, they want you to waste this and have your -3. Whatever. Capacitor control circuit. Now this is a little bit interesting. I wonder why they would suggest a capacitor control circuit. The other ones are actually better until you get to the third. Because this ship has such a big power grid, the increase of the power grid actually increases its recharge rate more. Polycarbon engine housing, I can understand this actually. This ship doesn't turn. So having the inertia modifier adjustment, yeah, I could definitely see that. That's not a bad choice. If you want to move this ship around a lot, I don't plan on moving a lot with the range fit, so I'm not putting that in. Laser collision accelerator, laser burst aerator, they recommend those. Okay. And Mark 9 ogres. Huh. Okay. Let's see here. Eternal Echoes. For BHD, you don't really need range. You don't need the range bus, really go for the DPS. Any other any other T10s, go for the range. Got it. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, because I know if I do Friends by Blood or Angels versus Devils, they can really reach out and touch you and apply some heavy damage sometimes. Not all the time, but if you get those elites that spawn and can do heavy damage, and even hitting you out at like 120, 130, oof, that can be rough. Now, does anybody know what these recommended fittings are based off of? Is this based off of what most people are fitting with currently, or is this just their general idea for it? Because I have some questions if this is what the devs think that this should be. One, you're using Mark 9 ogres, right? So in this ship, on average, you're what? Alright, so let's say you focused on laser ships, and you never dipped into drones, really. I have 28 km there, and let me show you. I'm kind of... Let's see. Drones. Let's come down here. So I actually have Drone Operation 5 and Advanced Drone 3. I know that's not great skills, but I'm not a drone ship pilot. So the drones that I actually use on my ship, I have medium drone. I don't even have large drone. So the drones that I actually have on my ship aren't really meant to do much of anything. I'd have to train up large drone even for that to be effective. I understand they want you to use large drones on here, but here's my concern with that. They have Mark 9 large beam lasers with an optimal range out of the box of 48 km and an accuracy fall-off of 16. Your drone control range is 28 km. Okay. If they're expecting things to get under the guns with this fit, why not make these pulse lasers? If this was pulse lasers with 3 webifiers, this tanking setup with the micro warp drive on there to be able to get into range when you need to. You have the polycarbon engine housing, and that's going to give you that inertia modifier, let you turn better. Warp core optimizer for just in case you do get any type of points put on you, you can eliminate a majority of them, and the 1 capacitor control circuit, which I really don't understand. But you have raw damage in here, and your ogres, I can see this as being a great build with pulse lasers. But not with the beam lasers. It's just a general idea, not player driven on recommended. I'd keep medium drones in there for the drive that gets... Yeah, I would definitely keep medium drones in there. If you're going to be a close range fit, or even the long range fit, medium drones are probably the way to go. I don't want to sell my battleship. Frigs, not drive. Oh, did I say something wrong again? I guess the ship has range benefits. I mean, the ship does. All right, let's do some things. Let's do the stuff. I need to market high slots, lasers. Yeah, the ship does have range benefits, quite a few. Bear with me just a second. I'll look at that in a moment. I went large, not that. Small, large. Oh, I don't remember which type I have. Crap. Do. I have Syntys C-type. Okay, I want to keep them the same so I can stack them. We're going to go back to my main base and we're going to take a look at what their suggested fit would actually look like with the pulse lasers on here. That is Corpus. I need Syntys. Obviously, they're going to be the more expensive ones. I need 2. Gimme. Multi-select. Gimme. And that's fine. Apocalypse. And let's go to our base and have a look. And we're going to play around with some fittings here. It's one of my favorite things to do. Inventory. Let's go home. Let's go home. Alright, just so everybody can see, I am going through high sec my 2 jumps. Alright, let's have a look here. No, you're cool. Get the spell correct on my tablet. Ah. I could have gone directly to inventory from the market. I always do things the hard way. What is this nightmare? It's like bumper cars out here. Look at all the battleships just blapping each other. Nobody can actually warp because everyone's bumping each other. Hey, Oracle! What's up, Oracle, buddy?
Warp drive active.
The outside of Jita is now bumper cars. Please make sure to line your ship in rubber. Jita will not be held responsible for any damages you take when bumping into other ships outside. What is the best ship to use to transport minerals? You would need to actually go in. I am not an industrial pilot at all. I do have my transport ship, but the best one is probably going to be something like the Mammoth. I think it gets the benefits there to minerals. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not an industrial pilot. The bonuses on the Apocalypse, I almost forgot, I'm sorry. Large laser operation bonus per level, it gets 7.5% large laser optimal range and 7.5% large laser tracking speed.
Warp drive active.
Battleship command bonus per level, it gets 5% scan resolution. So this ship is actually not getting any damage, it gets more range and tracking speed, so it's able to track that better and shoot further, which is why I like using the beam lasers on it personally, because this thing can reach out to some insane optimal range. I mean, heck, even without having max skills, with the way I have it set up currently, it's at 99.12 km and optimal. That's not even fall off, that's doing full damage. Mammoth is ore, got it. So which one is for minerals? Does anybody know off the top of your head? We can look. Brr, 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 brr. Kairos' mineral.
Warp drive active.
Mineral hold capacity, and it's extra cargo. Mineral hold capacity 17,000 out of the box. Well, I have this, and that's how I deliver my minerals, with 105,000 M3 of delivery hold space, because I don't deliver minerals, I just deliver things they give me. You bought a Mammoth by accident? Oops. Well, just transport ore then. Oh man, that's funny. Okay. So we are here. Neros is the updated version of the Kairos. Again, that's why I tell everybody I don't know much about no transportation. I do know a lot about popper large rifled railguns though. I have them everywhere. We are at 9:14, so we got about 15 minutes left. We have a little bit of time to actually take a look at what this is going to look like with the pulse lasers on here. What? Hooray. Can't wait for the orca. I know, I can't wait for you to have an orca. Nobody is talking about we will start seeing humpbacks. Oh yeah, you're right. Just stay, man. Don't go. I have to. I have to go. I'm sorry. I was on a tight schedule today, so I definitely wanted to come in here and make sure that I got time in to do the live stream, which is why I had to start so early. And I have a lot to do today, so I wish I could stay. Next weekend, I don't think I have anything planned on Saturday, so I'll definitely be able to stream much longer. So next Saturday, expect a full day, and we can probably do some T10s together and group up with people and whatnot. I can't wait to see you in a Raven. It's going to be awesome to fly with everybody with their battleships. Alright, so if we look here, this has a 52 km optimal range with an accuracy fall-off of 7.9. And it's doing 1,212 DPS cold at 52 km. Now, mind you, this fit would probably need a bit more of a tank on it. So again, let's take a look at what they're saying. They say they want stasis webs, right? Okay. Let's see what they say if that's gonna work. I think my good webs are on other stuff, but I don't care. We'll put some crap webs on here. There, crap web. It says to use 3 crap webs. Okay. Again, I don't know. I don't know if I would use 3 webs, but hey. It says to use 2 large drones. I don't have those large drones right now, but we're not going to use those. Let's unfit this. What else is it saying? Micro warp drive. Got it. Okay. Well, we have a micro warp drive. Where is it? C-type large. Fit? What else does it say? Adaptive armor hardener and a reinforced steel plate. Okay. I don't think I have any large steel plates. I do have an adaptive hardener though. Not that tanky if you compare it to the Typhoon counterpart. I agree. I'm not sure. Hold on. Sorry about that. Didn't get to the mute button. That is a 1600. Usually fit to battleships. Yeah, sure, let's put that on there. Oh man, I'm dying. And do you have an extra Vexor Navy issue I can borrow? I don't have any Vexor Navy issues. Thank you. What else do we have here that they say to fit on this? Mark 9 large armor wrapper. Mark 9 large armor wrapper. Okay. Do I have a large armor wrapper available in here? Medium. You know what? I don't think I have ever purchased a C-type large armor wrapper. I bet you those are expensive. $100 million? That's not bad. Do we want Corpus or do I want... I want whichever one's cheaper. 94 and 94. They're the same. Is there one at my station? No. Alright, well give me. It's not going to be bad to have one. There. No, we won't pick it up for now. I have 115 million left. Yeah, I don't think I've ever needed a large armor wrapper, so I just never bought one. Well, a C-type. But now I have one that's sitting there ready to go. For whenever I do want to use it. Let's have a look. For now, we can use this. Since they're saying Mark 9, we're good. We're good anyway. We're going to compromise here. What else do they recommend? I'm not changing the rigs, by the way, so don't expect me to go full out there. Micro Warp 9 drive, Armor Ripper. What? They recommend 3 reinforced steel plates? 3? They're out of their mind. All right. I don't have another steel plate. Three steel plates. Out of their mind. What is this sitting at now? A capacitor of 2 minutes currently. Again, that's because of my capacitor skills. But I would say, if anything, big changes that I would make, give this thing a little bit of damage. Just a tiny bit. And let's add another armor hardener. There. And I would say this is a decent fit for close-up. And it's not even that close, because, I mean, your optimal range, because we took all that off, is sitting at 38 km. One of the big problems here is I would actually take one of these and switch that with that. And it's not the best in the world, but a large energy Nosferatu, you got 2 webs on here, you got the mids, you can lock up the frigs and everything like that. You would have a decent tank here. You'd have a little bit of extra stuff. Again, I don't know if I like the idea of the reinforced plates. But I would say if you were going to do anything, now this here is the only thing. If you're up close like that, 38 km, yeah. 3. They want you to have 3 of these in here. And a micro warp drive. Okay, let's real talk here. Corpum C-type reactive armor hardeners and your reactive shield hardeners. What people do 2 types of damage? Amar does 2 types of damage with thermal and electromagnetic. You have your Galente. The Galente themselves are going to use railguns. Let's have a look here. So all of your Galente do kinetic and thermal, I believe. Yep, so that's 2 types of damage. So if you're going against Damar, if you're going against Galente, those are the 2 types of damage types where actually having that on works great. If you're going against Minmatar or you're going against Kaldari, then it is not good to have that, and it's better to have the other one because they do 3 damage types or more. Also, if you're fighting against faction battleships, you have Sancha's Nation, which uses lasers. Garistas use missiles, so they're not good for it. So Sancha's Nation and the Galente Serpentis are going to use 2 different damage types. So knowing what you're going against and what armor hardeners or shield hardeners to bring for those fights and what are going to be better is important. Maybe an afterburner and more defense in another plate. Well, I don't have a C-type large afterburner here, do I? No. And I'm running out of money, so it's going to have to be a Ranger large afterburner, which is a metal level 8, so that's not quite C-type, but it's okay. I don't have any other reinforced steel plates. Not large. I have plenty of medium. Like if we look in here, I actually use steel plates a bit, so I've got a Hanson, I got a couple bastions. But I have no more 1600s. But if you did that and replace this with another steel plate, I mean, this thing would be brutal. Galente do not use missiles. I wish they did. You know who does use missiles? All the Mimitar. So Mimitar will use cannons and missiles, and the Caldari will use railguns and missiles. But Galente stick with straight railguns, and Amar will stick with straight lasers. Yes, it should definitely change things for Sweet Poison Fits. If you do run across a Galente ship that is firing a missile at you, I personally have never seen it. So if you do find it, I'm not going to say that it can't happen, and I've personally never seen it. You're never gonna die. If you have 15 billion, what do you will buy? A faction battleship or a capsuleer outpost? Well, that really depends. If I was in charge of a corporation or part of a corporation, the outpost is definitely, I think, better for everybody as a whole. I think to be able to do that for the people that I'm with and let them be able to enjoy the capsuleer outpost would be awesome. However, since I play mostly solo and I am an internals guild and we just chill and have a good time, me personally, I would buy a faction battleship because I don't have all those people to do that with. Galente a bit of drones as well. Show me a PvE Galente ship that has actually ever launched a drone. Again, with Amar, I know they have drones as well, but show me in a mission where you've ever seen a PvE ship launch a drone. I'll wait. Hey, Valkyrie. So even though it says they should use them, and again, I'm not saying that it might not change in the future, but with the way that they have them set up now, I can even go up against a Dominix, and that Dominix will never launch one drone at me. In PvE. Won't happen. I'm not saying that they can't. If you go against players, yeah, they're going to have that, but in any of the PvE encounters, they don't do it. They don't launch any drones. They just use their weapons. Ooh, you're right. Do the Dragoons in the Amar battles use their missiles? Don't think so. Yeah, PvE. So again, it's something they may change in the future, but right now, for the purposes of PvE, the ships aren't, none of them are using drones. None of them are even using the right weapons in most cases. For example, I've gone against a lot of, what are they? A lot of the stealth bombers in PvE, and they're not even equipped with missiles. They'll be equipped with lasers or whatever their counterpart damage is for that particular people. Yeah, I think they're going to add it in the future too. It definitely is going to make sense, and it's going to mix up how you build your tanks and what's going to happen with all that. But for right now, so with their, I can't even say this is their recommended fit. They want two more. Oh, sorry, two more of the hardeners on there. But this, and again, remember, I don't have any battleship skills really yet. I'm still within the first 3 ranks of all the skills. But it's sitting at 91,147 with 26,698 armor hit points. 67, 57, 50, 47. This is how they basically want it built, except they want you to use beam lasers with a heavy tank. And I don't think about all that. And again, right now with my skills, I wouldn't be able to support this. I'd be out of cap trying to run an armor wrapper before anything happened. Oh, okay. There. I've done it. I finally done it. All right, so guys, we are sitting at 9:31. In order for us to make the appointment, I do have to get out of here. Thank you for stopping by. I am going to go take my daughter and hang out with my best friend now. So I really appreciate everybody coming to the live stream and checking out the new Battleship with me. It was fun to take a look at it and see some of the different fits and do stuff. So hopefully I will see you guys soon. I'm excited over the course of this next week. We have a lot going on. We have the collaboration that we're going to be working on, and that's one of the reasons why I'm going to be pretty busy this weekend. And so we should expect to start seeing videos from all the content creators regarding those, and it's going to be a good time. Again, thank you everyone. I appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. I'm sorry, Mr. Swift. I have to go, but I'll be